inventory today is short. There's where we opened, here's where we closed. This little spot right here is a naked point of control that goes all the way back to the 9th of July. This is considered in my opinion, a weakness in structure, right? This is a comfortable level
Yep.
that has not been revisited, and we just revisited it now. The reason I was kind of suspect about these lows is because of the approximate exactness of them. Exactness
Mm-hmm.
does not necessarily give me warm and fuzzies for longs. The only reason we that I was that I liked that opening range trade was because of the overnight inventory being exceedingly short.
Sure.
This was an area where buyers came in on Tuesday. This was an area where buyers came in on Wednesday. But again, those are probably shorter time frame, weaker hands traders because of the range bound um, nature of the current market state. So my thought is because we've been in this upper area, this range for so many days, that the market's job is to facilitate trade, right? So it's probably
Yep.
used up a lot of its ability to facilitate trade in this area, and price will usually go seeking new levels to find two-sided trade to find trade facilitation. Um, the open interest for the last couple of weeks has been relatively stable. It's waffling. It's up one day, down the next, up one day, down the next. So we're not seeing any accumulation in longer time frames. So I'm looking for short time frame levels that are more likely to be respected because we are in short time frame control. What are your thoughts on
Mhm.
this, Vince?
Yeah. So pop over to my chart there real quick. All right. So a couple things that I got here going on in gold. So we had this really nice strong uptrend. Okay. We broke the structure. Okay. We rotated down. We had an outside day yesterday from the previous day. Okay. This is range and value from the 15th. This is yesterday. So we traded outside of both extremes from the previous day and just expanding the range. I mean, there's a lot of sellers up here. Okay. People that got long are caught. We're testing down to a longer time frame trend line. If we take a composite profile on this thing, I mean, look at the range we're in right here. I mean, we're below value, right? So here's value on a composite profile: value high, value low.
Mhm.
Here's the point of control, and we're in this zone, which is below value. So this lines up kind of like with this upward sloping trend line. There's a previous element
Vince,
price sitting here at 3307.70. What's that?
can you approximate the low of value on that composite profile for us?
Yeah, it's sitting between 23 half, and it comes down to like 32.91. But that's just for this particular, you know,
Right.
from this day
Yep.
here, July
Okay.
2nd. So from the beginning of July. But we
Mhm.
are below value right now. So the value trader is probably starting to, their ears are perking up and they're probably getting interested in maybe building some sort of position down here. So that's what I'm looking at. We have an old settlement price sitting out here at 3307.70. So it all lines up kind of in this zone. So that's pretty much what I'm interested in right now, Hope. And it might be wrong, right? But it's good. It's worth a shot.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that trend line comes from a longer time frame, right? And the longer
Yes.
the
Yeah, oh,
longer
yeah. It's
time
from the
frame,
daily.
a little bit more powerful, and at the very least, it helps you limit the risk on the trade. It may not work. If it does hold and you get a good long off there, there's a long play, long space for it to continue to rally. But if it
Sure.
doesn't hold, at least and it doesn't cost you a lot. That's
Correct. And then you know which way to go. Right. So
absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's take a dive into the E-mini S&Ps now on the daily chart.
Hey, before we
this
get
is a
into
good
that,
one.
Hogue, let's talk about
Yes.
Bitcoin for just a second. So we see Bitcoin touching on new all-time highs recently. Some of that had to do with
Wow.
Trump Powell argument, but a little bit of it had to do with these bills that are trying to get passed through Congress right now. It was a long night on Capitol Hill for some Republican lawmakers. Apparently, well, there are three bills trying to get pushed through Congress right now: the Genius Act, Clarity Act, and then another bill that would bar the Federal Reserve from establishing a central bank digital currency. So apparently, yesterday, President Trump had the 11 deciding voters he needed in his office, and they all promised to help do their best to push those bills through. So he thought he had the votes, but then some dissension came when it came time to actually pull the trigger on it. So there was a bit of infighting for a couple of days trying to get these bills through. We're going to keep everybody updated on the process of that. But some members of the Financial Services Committee, according to Political, opposed some of the last minute tweaks made by leadership to merge two of the bills. Again, that came from Political. But if these bills start getting pushed through, we could see another pop higher in crypto. So, like I always say, not like I always say, like I started saying a couple weeks ago, always keep one eye on the ditch, meaning keep an eye on the news because headline news is relevant right now. Headline risk is on, folks.
It
All right, back
sure
to you,
is.
Hogue. What's up in the ES?
Thank you, JD. Boy, oh boy. I've been so distrustful of the cryptocurrencies
Yeah.
with I just hey, but it is what it is, man. Another miss. Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we come from the old school, right? Where gold was the, flight to quality, not
Mm,
a digital. Can't touch it, feel
yep.
it, you know, is what it is, like you said.
All right. Daily E-mini S&Ps. Obviously the market just has a tendency to go from bottom left to top right. We are in a consolidation area here in
Mhm.
the ES, in the equities. Um, we added 15,000 contracts off last week's low. Obviously, I mean, you can see these purple lines here. This is last week's high. We rejected above it. This is last week's low. We rejected below it. The market is
Yep.
doing what range bound markets do. It tests the extremes. So we're in kind of range bound to break out rules. You fade the extremes until proven wrong. You get a substantial breakout. You go with it. We're just not seeing that. There's some pretty decent opportunities with the headline things that have been going on. Added 15,000 again. Added 15,000 estimated new contracts in open interest. Um, it seems that traders are just kind of holding pat overall. The investors and longer time frame traders, at least, are holding pat. I think everybody's awaiting some resolution on a number of uncertainties that are out there. I mean, there's tariffs, there's power, there's Powell, there's war, there's all these things going on out there, and everybody's
Mhm.
waiting for the next opportunity or the next thing to get resolved, or for something else to happen, God forbid. So open interest in the S&Ps, however, has increased for the last 6 days in a row in a range.
Yeah.
There is money coming in, probably in both directions, and that money is going to create energy when we finally do get some sort of breakout in either direction, if you ask me. But here we are. We're centrally located. That's 6285 previous weekly kickoff level has really been just kind of magnetic and somewhat ignored. I'm about ready to take it off of here because it's going to be no longer valid or useful. But Vince, what do you think of the current situation on the daily in the S&Ps?
Yeah. So the daily, we're definitely serious range bound, right? It's kind of megaphoning too. So if we look up here, and I kept two levels here that are interesting to me, Hope. And it was a settlement price from back on July 3rd and a settlement price, I think it was here July 7th. And look how we're just getting above it, rotating in it, getting below it, rotating
Mm-hmm.
back in, got above
Mm-hmm.
it, right? And, we're just wicking out, but we kind of are in this megaphone, I would call it like a little megaphone type pattern here. Like
Mhm.
we're
Mhm.
expanding the range, right? So it's a nasty range. We pop the high, we come in. We pop the low, we come in. And eventually, we're gonna need to do something. But who knows when, right? This is one, two, three, four. It's 11 days of balance,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it's a tough market. Are we going to take out the all-time high again? Just by a little bit, come back in. So that's kind of look at this move though. This was beautiful. It just took it out and then flush.
Right
Right.
back. Yep.
Yep.
Well, the one
So
good thing
right now, I'm cautious. I'm going to try to fade the extremes of this until otherwise, right? But
Mhm. Mhm.
eventually, we're going to break out in one direction or the other.
Mhm.
Balance to breakout, right? So yeah, we're going to see. But we're right now getting back up towards that. I'm keeping this on here, these two levels, because it just seems like every time we get to them, the market goes below, pulls back, and then it gets back
Mhm.
into the center.
Yeah, it still seems like it's BTFD, right? And one thing about consolidation is it evens up inventory. You hear people
Hmm.
say, the market's too long to continue to rally. And that's when usually going to be shorter time frame traders are continuing to push price higher and higher until they run out of the ability to continue to buy it. That's when you could say that the market is too long to rally, and you might see a quick pullback, right? You might see a retracement that can be vicious. We're not seeing that. We're seeing a market that has rallied into a consolidation. The consolidation over time does what a retracement does. It evens out inventory. So you got all this,
Right.
this churning going on here, and that churning is evening out a lot of the inventory with which the increase in open interest for the last 6 days straight is building energy towards a potential breakout. Now you still have to use balance to breakout rules, but when we do get a breakout of this area of balance, I'm expecting it to be relatively substantial, especially if we continue
Sure.
to see open interest increasing in
Mm.
this range.
My thoughts on this right now. We're 2 weeks in a balance, right? We built since July 1st, 30, 43 minus 5, 30, 38. We built about 80,000 in open interest
Hmm.
for the month of July, somewhere around there, approximately.
Hmm.
That's a lot of money coming into the market, right? If we're balancing here, and you know what happens, right? Once people start saying, it's time to start buying, the move might be over. So there's a lot of money in here. If this money pulls out, markets take the elevator down. So there's probably a lot of people buying the highs right now.
Order
So I'm
filled.
I'm on caution, like for the buyers up here, right? The laggard buyers. Even though sometimes the funds have no choice but to get into the market at some point,
Hmm. Hmm.
that's a lot of open interest. And even if you look back through June, there's been a ton of it. So there's a lot of money that came in. What if that money gets spooked? That I'd be really concerned. But we might just keep on pressing higher. Maybe they built up their positions and they're ready to go to the next level.
Hmm.
But until we break this, I'm fading the extremes.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's balance to
Yeah,
breakout rules. And we've been
yeah,
talking, through the beginning part of this week with Jay. We need new business to continue an upside continuation off of this. It's not going to
exactly.
be everybody's too short and we're going to put in a new high. It's going to take new buyers, new business, preferably longer time frame buyers adjusting inventory to the long side. But again,
Hmm.
we're going to see that at those extremes. We saw last week's high on Tuesday. That was rejected. We saw last week's low yesterday. That was also rejected. What are we
Yep.
looking at today? Well, we do have some new information in the market in the numbers that came out today. Those are being viewed as positives. We do have maybe a little bit of overnight inventory to the long side now, just a little bit. And here's yesterday's high. So if we were to open now, we would be opening with a session gap. Session gap
Yep.
rules. We can't close that gap relatively early. Then we look to go in the direction of the gap. Where could we target? Well, in the S&Ps, we put in the all-time high just before the regular trading hour open back here on the 15th. Do we need to go up and take out that all-time high in the extended trading hours? We could certainly see another test of last week's high at some point today if these numbers continue to be viewed as positives.
Hmm.
What else do I have here? Uh, I don't know. Look what happened yesterday. I mean, this just happens over and over. Buy the dip. Vince, what do you think?
Buy the dip. Yeah. All right. Well, pop over to my charts. We'll look at this. We have expanding ranges like we were going over on the daily. You can see it right here. This is a 5 minute chart.
Hmm.
And you can even see it on the 5 minute chart. We pop the high, we rotate down. We pop the low here, we rotate up, right? We're right in the center. Here's those two settlement prices off of the daily that I had sitting up there.
Hmm.
And it's kind of splitting, it's kind of like let me put a composite on here and see if it matches up with it. It kind of does. Value low, market, the buyers are coming in, they're buying it. They're getting above value, they're selling it. They're back below value, they're buying it. Above value, selling, right? And it's just same thing. We're getting above value here again. So until we find direction, we're probably going to just remain in this range, and you just have to find opportunities to to play it. But we are outside of range and value right now. So like you said, if we open right now, we have a gap imbalance, right? So maybe we could take this thing, push it up here, but if we catch a nice long and we put in a new high, I'm gonna cover it up here because it's probably gonna rotate back down, right? Because every time
Hmm.
we get up here, we put in a little higher high and then it rotates back down. So if we get a nice push, that would be beautiful. I mean, it's about what 35 S&P points away. It's doable.
It is.
We'll have to see how we open.
Hmm. All right. Thanks, Vince.
But maybe an open range trade might be a good play today if we can open outside of range of value. And
Mhm.
I would love to see a push up here and then cover, and then maybe even take a short up there and give it a shot.
Well, the last 2 days, the opening range has provided some decent opportunities in the equities. JD,
Hmm.
we're going to move on to crude oil now. Do you have some news for us?
Sure do. Let's talk about crude inventories for just a minute. Weekly draws posted yesterday down almost 4 million barrels. The API was expecting those stockpiles to remain unchanged and down. Actually, the best part of the story was the API, the American Petroleum Institute, came out on Tuesday and they think there's going to be an uptick, 19 million barrels increase in inventories. I think we're just way off. That's a 23 million barrel swing. We saw last week was a big miss, another 10 million barrel swing. Last week they were expecting a draw of 3 million. They got an increase in supply of 7 million. We were expecting to see a little drop in prices off that, just based off of supply and demand. Supply goes up, price comes down. But we saw the complete opposite. And then yesterday, when we were expecting another increase, we thought price was going to come down. But with the decrease in inventories, we saw that nice pop right at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So it's like any news is good news for crude oil. It doesn't matter where it's trading. If news comes out about crude oil, it's going to go higher. That's what it feels like now. A couple weeks ago, we were always waiting for the rug to get pulled out from underneath us. Now we're just looking for a reason to pop every once in a while. It seems a
Yeah.
little off, doesn't it?
It does.
But according to Wall Street Journal, crude inventories fell last week amid a rise in exports, reversing some of the large stock builds seen the previous 2 weeks. That's according to data released Wednesday by the Energy Information Administration, IA. You have to say about oil inventories. They've been way off the last couple weeks.
Doesn't seem to matter. Crude does what crude does.
Crude has always been a funny market, though, right? It's always been a funny market.
All right. Well, let's take a quick look at these charts, and I know we've got a couple of minutes before we're looking at.
You got a minute. You
On
got
the,
a minute
About
15 before the open range.
yeah, should we?
1 minute, Hogue.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll wait
I'll take the trade
till
and then
after take the trade, and then we'll take a look. Yes, of course.
good. So quick heads up, everybody. TSX has not rolled to the September contract yet. We're still trading the August contract, so I'm going to take micros on this. Bulk of volume is in the September contract today, but volume and open interest have all
Is it?
rolled into September.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about even, but yeah, there's a little bit more volume in September, so you're still fine trading August, preferably the September contract. Boy, we
So
just
which one are
came
we
back
doing
into
here?
range there pretty quick, didn't we?
Yep. We got about 20
Which
seconds until
contract
the
are we
crude oil
trading here?
open.
August? Trading August
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
TSX is still
All right.
the August
I'm
contract.
probably gonna take this trade with you. We're in an interesting spot here.
Right back at overnight VWAP.
5 seconds. 5 seconds to the opening bell. And crude is open for business. 8 o'clock
All
a.m.
right.
Central Time. Opening bell for crude.
Right at the high of the range from
Pretty tight opening
yesterday's
range so
regular
far.
trading hour session. Yep. Right at the high of the range from yesterday. Right at
Got a
Yeah.
3 tick.
overnight VWAP.
We got a 3 tick opening range here in crude oil, guys.
Wow. I don't know. I might want to
Don't
give it one
trust
more
it.
time then. Three
It's
ticks.
6 ticks in CL. A little
There we
expansion
go.
there.
Starting to get a little boost. A little. High 66.85. 10 seconds to go. What's the high in the minis, Hogue?
85, 66.85.
Right. 86 stop to get in. I've got a low 66.75 in the micro, Hogue. What do you see? What's the low in the mini?
74.
Right. We're gonna play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm concerned with the short side though.
We're kind of trading the micros with the minis numbers here.
I
We don't get hoodwinked.
mean, it's basically the same. We did get hoodwinked that one day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little slippage on it, right?
All right, guys. I will
Two.
continue to monitor this while if you guys want to jump into the crude oil charts, and I will let you know if we get filled on a breakout.
All right.
So hold on. What are the levels here? 85, right? Working short side as well.
Yeah.
All right, 66, 70, what? 3? 73?
Yep.
And we're in house kind of short 66.73, 5
All
micros.
right, we're in. We're up against a spot here, though. I don't know. All right. Hopefully we break down.
Our stop all the way up at 67.01. Opening range is pretty tight, so I expanded our risk a little bit. 67.01 on your top step daily levels is yesterday's high. So our stop is just above yesterday's high.
If this doesn't play out, I might take a reversal on it. We're gonna see.
You know, do the reversal challenge.
Yeah, if it doesn't play out, yeah.
All right, guys.
Let's take
get
a
into
look.
those charts.
All right.
Daily chart. So yesterday, we were in a very interesting area, I think, relatively early in the session, and we talked about the confluence down here between 65.70 and 65.40. Last week's low was 65.40. We have the 200 session moving average That's pretty much at the same spot, 65.48, and we had the weekly kickoff low 65.70. This is where I was looking for opportunity yesterday. Basically said opportunity lies in the confluence between these two levels. Um, yes, we are still trading the August contract. We will be switching to the September contract tomorrow for sure. But look at what we got. I think that the price action has been very good for those that are trying to accomplish a profitable rollover. Very just range bound, no real direction in these daily bars. Uh, Open interest. We added 13,000 yesterday, but again, that's part of the function of rollover is it makes those numbers, volume and open interest, very blurry. So we're not going to be using those for any real assumption of longer time frame accumulations or liquidations. It's been a tough market to trade, in my opinion. Vince, what do you think?
Yeah, crude definitely been a rough market. You know, it's we're stuck in this range. We're in a range of 80. What is this? 70. So figure $80 a barrel, right? Just call it somewhere up here, $80 down here to 50, $56 a barrel, right? Look at this range we're in. We're in this range since September of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't gone anywhere, right? It's where they want it though, I think, right? They say what is it where they make money with crude? $70 is like the go no go level for profits, or is it
I forget
50s?
what Landman said, but it
I think
was
it said it was like 70s.
anywhere between $60 and $80, something like that.
Yeah, so there we go. Look at our range, $60 to $80. So they're keeping it right here in this nice sweet spot, so the oil companies can make their money. But you got to try to take advantage of it while you're in this range. You got to make the best of it. But crude oil does this stuff, right? We kind of have. We just broke this little bit of structure here. We're short, so that's kind of good, right? But we have the 200-day moving average sitting here at 65.55 to 200. So you can see we got above it. We rallied, right? Got this big sell off, and we've been chopping around this 200-day moving average, but we're hanging above it. So right now, until we break below that, I do like the long side, but this could be a nice little trade for us here if we can get it. But other than that, we're in the middle of the range.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're in the middle of the range, so
Well, let's
just
take
got
a
to
look
do the
at
best we can intraday.
let's look at the 30 and see if there's any nuances or references we can kind of take a look at here. So we're we just opened. There was no gap. We opened right at the high of the session from yesterday.
Yep.
The market is driving back into range from yesterday. Was there any overnight inventory? Maybe just a little bit, but it's already been reconciling back to where we opened last night. So overnight inventory, not really an issue. What I would be looking for, if I was going to be looking for any continuation to the downside, would be inside reacceptance of value. Now, TPO value high 66.30. 66.30, 66.30. There it is. Okay, so this is on this platform. The volume profile is just about this. The volume value high is just about the same spot.
Yeah.
So if we
Yeah, it is.
can get back and re-accept, then we can see a value acceptance play, which would take this TPO value low down to 65.58. We opened outside of value, bordering the high of the range, pushing lower. Settlement, some folks look at a gap close as settlement, and settlement is right here. It is 66.38. It was a double distribution trend day to the upside yesterday in TPO. There was a single tick left right above the IB high. 66.17 was that single TPO, that single little, some might call it fair value gap, whatever you want to call it.
So many fancy
That
names for
initial
everything.
balance high is going to be a stickler to try and get through, because that's where buyers accelerated their buying yesterday. If they're still present, that's going to be a tough place to get through. Um, that's pretty much what I'm looking at. Vince, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. So I like that we broke below this line, right? And we're now we're in value from yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. And like you said, value high sitting up here is 66.30 from yesterday. I have TPs here at 65.90 and 65.58. All right, so that kind of matches up. So as long as we hang below this 66.70 level, I like the short. I do. And especially if we can get back inside of this 66.30 with get some nice acceptance in there. We do have some buyers that came in right around TP1, which is around that 65.90 level. So we might struggle here. This whole zone is going to be, let me just mark it out. So this right here, this whole zone, you had sellers, you had buyers, you had sellers, you had buyers, right? This is going to be an interesting level. And it's right, look at it. It kind of like right there. So this is going to be interesting to see if we get down here, if we bounce, or if maybe we can run it. But I don't think I want to stay short past any of this point right here, right? So I'm looking to definitely get out down there, because if we don't break this 65.40, we're probably going to go back up. And this is a zone that we've been watching, right, Hogue?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
65, yeah, 65.40.
it's that whole confluence area that we talked
Yeah.
about yesterday. We just talked about this morning is, we got
Yep.
weekly kickoff low of 65.70. We got last week's low 65.40. We
Yeah.
got the 200 session moving average on the
Right
daily
here.
chart sitting right between
Yep.
them. And,
Yep.
that was a
Right
pretty good
here.
spot yesterday. So, yep,
Yeah, right there.
you got it.
That's where it's at. So
Yep.
I'm out at that point, right? And then we'll have to reevaluate. Even if it breaks down, I'd be okay.
Order
Just,
filled.
take it, and that's it. Find another opportunity.
Yeah. Well,
We got to stay
we do
below
order filled.
70.
We do have. Where did it go? Order filled. We do have, naked points of control on both sides of the range that we're currently in. Approximately 67.44 on the upside, and
Yes.
we've got this one 65.02 to the downside yet. So those could be easily targeted at some point today. But I'm liking the idea of value acceptance. Let's see if we can get down there, and if we do spend some time below 66.30, I think we're in good shape for a value acceptance play back near weekly kickoff low of 65.70.
Yeah, if we get acceptance in there, I might even add to this position.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. All right. Well, we got to take a look at the Nasdaq too. JD, do you have
Real quick, Hogue? Yeah, guess who's back in the news again? The source of all our news the last couple weeks. It's Mr. Trump. President Trump is he's taking credit for something. We got a little clip here to show. He's taking credit for the Coca-Cola recipe change coming out. In a social media post from yesterday, said that the company has agreed to use real cane sugar in Coke in the United States. The current Coke recipe is made with high fructose corn syrup, but Trump and Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. have spoken out against the sweetener. So, Trump back in the news this time, taking credit for Coca-Cola.
No.
Well, I mean, it is true though. Like outside of the country, like I was in Cancun, and their Coca-Cola is made with real cane sugar. It's not that high fructose corn syrup. So I guess a lot of places outside of the U.S. don't use the corn syrup.
Doesn't he
it's
drink
a cheaper
Diet
version,
Coke?
right, of the sweetener? Yeah, Trump drinks Diet Coke.
I believe so. Yes, Diet Coke is.
I thought maybe he put the
choice.
real ingredient back in the Coke.
So he's probably drinking something
guys.
that's worse for him than high fructose corn syrup.
No doubt about it.
Well,
Hogue, just so you know, I've got a bid in down at 96.13 to cover some of these. That's 2-1 R on this crude oil trade. We'll peel a few off and give ourselves a free trade runner. But let's get into that Nasdaq before we need to get out of here.
Yes, sir. All right. So again, range bound. Nasdaq tested near, but not to the last week's high and low, but still, kind of showing range bound activities. This 23,030 was a previous weekly kickoff level that has really become magnetic. I mean, we've got opens and closes each day right along that level, so that it's just telling me that there's no adults in the room here.
Yeah.
We've got no real changes in open interest. Open interest is up one day, down the next, up one day, down the next. It's really just waffling. So everybody's waiting for new information, and there's plenty of. I think investors and traders alike are getting a little bit tired of just waiting for some sort of resolution on anything that's going on out there, and I can't say that I blame them. Uh, Vince, what are you seeing in the daily here in the Nasdaq that may,
Yeah, I
may
have a
may be
setup.
remarkable to you?
Yeah, I have a similar setup like I did in the ES. So I have these two settlements here still uh, that I feel are kind of important, and we're trading same thing, right? We put in a higher high, higher high, higher high, but we didn't really make a lower low after this low was put in here in the Nasdaq. So I'm taking the Nasdaq as to be a little bit stronger than the ES right now, based on we couldn't put in a lower low on this trip down.
Hmm.
It's more of like a channel we're in here in the Nasdaq.
Hmm.
It's kind of right. It's pushing up, but we are inside of a range. So here's our range, right? So we're above value, okay, and then here's below value. But you can see like the market is kind of inching up, inching up, inching up, inching up. So where
Hmm.
this trend line is coming off these, it's just two lows here. It's not a big deal. Maybe I should do a little more like that. Um, but this settlement price of 22,885, if the market gets down here, this might be interesting up against these buying tails, right? To maybe take longs, but the range is really all the way down here to 22,615, up here to the high, to the all time high. So right now, this is a tough call. I mean, look at the selling wick here, look at the buying wick here. It's just
Hmm.
very indecisive, and right now it's looking pretty bullish, but who knows, right? We're above value, so anything can happen. This is a tough call in the Nasdaq.
All right. Well, what are we looking at today? Let's take a look at the 30 overnight inventory.
Yeah.
You long opening with a gap. Gap rules. If we can't close the gap relatively early, we look for opportunities in the direction of the gap. We're not too far from all time highs.
No, we're not. Definitely doable.
Not too far at all.
And
So, and this one did occur in regular trading hour session.
yeah,
So
it did.
here we look towards a potential gap and go. I see folks in the chat are all. And you see Robert Darcy's like, all right, just get long S and P's now. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Of course, right? Vince, I know you've got some thoughts here.
Sure. All right. So with the Nasdaq, let's see here. This was overnight. We broke up. Okay. So we have this naked point of control sitting up here at what is this price? About 23,162. So we have that on the books, right? So maybe we'll check that in regular
Order
trading hours.
filled.
We have today's value high sitting up around 23,190. I mean, this is not far, right, to put in a new all-time high. But we need to find the momentum to get up there. We are sitting up here at these highs. There's strong selling that came into the market here yesterday on the 15th in the afternoon. You can see the downward pressure that came into the market. This was an overnight. I was actually in a session when we talked about this trade here, and it was overnight. And I was like, well, we can either break down and get a measure move. We're going to break out. And then 10 minutes after we closed the session, this thing broke out with a
There
vengeance.
it goes.
Put in the all-time high on the 15th, pulled back right away, right? Put in a new time, pulled back right back into this area between these settlement prices. And then look where we traded yesterday. We traded right between these two settlement prices. So this is, to me, this is the gooey center right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
if we stay above this, maybe we'll push. But if not, I can see us rotating back down here. Maybe take a long up against this big buying tail. This is a 30-minute
Yeah,
bar.
that's
Look at this 30-minute
good
buying
access
tail,
on
man.
that,
I
isn't it?
mean, that is like, wow, that's a rip your face
Mm-hmm.
rally right there. So if we
Yeah.
come back into these buyers and we can't take it out, maybe we'll get a nice little bounce. But right now, I guess we're gonna have to see. We're opening outside of range and value, so that's good if we can
Mm-hmm.
open out there. And maybe an open range trade is the play today on that.
Well, yeah, because the opening range is outside of range and value from yesterday. I was going to point out, the S&P and the Nasdaq were uh, neutral days yesterday. They traded both sides of the initial balance, but that excess on that low in the S&P and in the Nasdaq, I mean, that's some pretty good reversal there. I mean, that's sellers got just too overextended. They backed off. Buyers quickly moved price back higher and closed right near the high of the regular trading hour session after taking a look above the IB highs. So opening with that session gap, I like the idea of maybe an earlier execution. We see if we can't close this gap. Sometimes that gap close can be supportive. There's a lot of confluence though, and one of the things that I wanted to point out was, you know, we had the late spike to the downside on Tuesday. The late spike
Yep.
pretty much put in the high yesterday. We're back
Hmm.
at the late spike in the overnight, looking at that as possible support. So that late night, that late spike in settlement could be an interesting opportunity for an execution if we even get the
Yep.
chance. So all right, we're getting a little bit long here, JD. I know we got to talk a little bit about the schedule today. Who's on the schedule?
Let's do it. We got a whole lot of tradertainment coming your way for the rest of the day, folks. Coming up next in Fast Markets, we've got Coach Dakota and Baron, a couple guys on the big board, going to be training it up together here in Fast Markets. After that, Hoag's going to be here coming back at 11 o'clock for the morning recap. Then we've got Gabe, Creed, and Dolby in a trade with Top Step segment. Gabe, Anne Marie, and Deanna. They will be sticking around with Anne Marie, Indiana for lunchbox trading at 12 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We've got Coach Robert coming in for another Top Step X API segment. Going to be joined by Andre, Tyler Belts, and Chris C. Then we're closing out the day in Power Hour with Andre, our man Mo, and Dolby Time. A lot of action coming your way. Just a reminder, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Time, top of the hour. We've got a couple numbers coming out. Business inventories, the housing market index, and Fed speaker Adriana Kugler, 9 o'clock. So a couple
All
more
right.
numbers still heading your way. We're taking a little heat in this crude oil trade right now, Hogue.
Oh,
Gave us 1 hour and then it just rallied right back. We're still in it. Trade is still valid. We did take out the high of the 1 minute opening range by just a couple of ticks, and
oh,
we're trading about 8 ticks above our entry price right now.
went right to settlement. No acceptance of value. All right. Well,
66.38 settlement price from yesterday.
mm-hmm. Well, there's that settlement check, huh?
There it
I
is.
tell you, yesterday, guys, I lennied the long. I was long the ES yesterday at 52s, and I was listening to Tops of TV, and Jack was talking about getting short in the 65 level, I think it was, and I'm like second guess. I'm like, you know what? We sold off. Maybe I got a quick little pop. I got out of that trade, and boy, I had a whale on the hook yesterday. I
Mm.
lennied it. Yeah, 52s. I was long yesterday. Yeah, that was
Mm.
Gotta stop
No
lennying, right?
Lenny's. No Lenny's.
No lennies.
All right.
Gotta stop with the lennies.
All right. Well, that's why we usually pull the stop a little bit further away of the other side of the opening range from our position, because quite often the market will come and take out that other extreme of the opening range, take out those stops that the algos and predatories know are there. And you can keep yourself in a decent trade sometimes if you just move that stop a little bit further outside of that opening range.
And
So
talking
good
about that, I'm
job.
actually long now. Oh boy,
Are you
I
really?
forgot I put in a reversal
Oh,
challenge play on that.
the reversal
Yeah, I'm long.
challenge.
Yeah, I'm long
Right.
on crude right now.
Well, we didn't really get a
Oh
lot
man,
of time to look at the checklist, but folks, check out the Top Step Trader trading checklist. It's a great spot to make sure that you get all your I's dotted and T's crossed. Take a look at your pre-market research. Put your levels down. Your entry checklist, of course, gives you things to think about, psychology resources, trader notes. And then right at the top, okay, yes, the checklist is done. We've done the pre market research. The trading plan has been reviewed. Tester trading platform and internet connection, of course. Hey, look at that. Yeah, 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 yeah,
hmm
yeah. All right. Straight strategy review, check. Trading journal review, check. Prep workstation, check. All right. If you haven't done that, you haven't done your homework, you don't get to play. You don't get to play. All right. Vince, as always, it's a pleasure to spend time with you. And
yeah,
we would
same
always
here.
like to ask those that are with us on the opening call for any closing comments you might have. And you always have good ones, Vince. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, so today, just patience today. Let the trade set up. But I do want to give a shout out to Eddie, and want to send a lot of love and prayers out to Eddie for a speedy recovery. Get fit, get better fast, Eddie. And just if everybody could just throw some prayers out there for him. Love to see him back. We miss him on here, so hopefully he gets back soon.
Yes, of course. And I've been speaking to Eddie every day. He's doing well. He's recovering nicely. Probably going to see him over the weekend. And
Nice, nice.
yeah. So all the prayers are working, folks. Keep him in your thoughts. Keep praying for him, and he will be back with us before you know it. Um, so all right. Well, thanks, Vince. Had a
You
blast,
got it.
man. Had a blast. We've been
All right,
friends for a
guys.
while, man. It's always a pleasure to see you. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Same here,
coming
homie.
up here. Yep. All right, buddy. So coming up here, fast markets. I mean, they don't need any introduction, but we got Coach Dakota, another killer slow markets last night with Coach Jay trading crude and gold, micro crude, micro gold. Uh, so Dakota ended the stream while in a trade. We'll find out how that went. And the newly minted Florida man, Barron, getting settled in his new place, we hope. And even with his move, Barron keeps jabbing away these turbulent markets. Let's see what he thinks about these markets and next on fast markets. And I did see somebody mentioned in the comment about we should probably add one check to the checklist, the trading checklist, and that is well, maybe two. Like and subscribe. All right. So, as always, very excited about fast markets this morning. And as always, remember, stay humble, grateful, creative, and centered in your trading. Pray for peace. Pray for us all. Pray for Eddie. And we are heading into fast markets right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on!
Get your stable coins in your cold wallet. Is that right? I
Oh.
don't know crypto well. Good morning, Andre.
Is that what they call it? Good morning, Jack. Welcome everybody to Top Step TV. This is Fast Markets. Been looking forward to this Thursday all week. Lower right hand corner, taking a vigorous swig of Monster, I do believe. Also moved to
Yes,
the
sir.
Florida Baron
Yes,
in
sir.
the house. Lower left hand corner, saw him on slow markets yesterday. See him on Fast Markets all week long. Coach Dakota and Jack still in front of that absolutely beautiful mountain. Mr. Baron thoughts on this trading day coming into the opening bell here? About 2 minutes, Baron. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking for this to retrace lower. We're selling off pre-market. I'm having issues sharing my charts. I'm not on my PC hasn't delivered yet, so I'm on
Uh-oh.
an old Mac Mini and
Let's do this.
going through vMix. Like for some reason, when I share the charts, my camera turns off. So,
Fuck this.
Shovel some
yeah,
more coal in there, Baron. It's moving.
yeah,
Just woke up. Let him be. Let him be.
Oh, Baron, I
Just
love it.
woke up.
All right,
Yep.
Baron, while you continue to get set up, let's get into this. Mr. Dakota, what's happening? Happy Thursday. We got about 60 seconds till the opening bell. What are we thinking?
I'm just buy the dip. It's the same old story here in the Nasdaq. We are going up and to the right, looking for buying opportunities in the Nasdaq. I had a gold trade last night. It did not work out. I was looking for these 40s to hold. You can see how we had that
Order
huge
filled.
rally, that huge rally up on the 16th. We pulled back down, and I was looking for this level, these 40s to hold. Unfortunately, we didn't. And then we sold off all the way back down to these 30s. And once again, we failed. And gold broke through these lows. So I could see gold continuing down. Maybe we come back down and test, 3,300. I'm not sure. Let's see what this New York session open has in store. I'm watching gold. I'm watching Nasdaq, and looking for buying opportunities in Nasdaq. Just buy the dip, I
Okay.
guess.
Right, stay locked in.
we
Here we
go.
go. Opening bell. Here we go. Let's take a look at these prices. Nasdaq last trade 23,100. S&P's the ES 63.03 last trade there. House account is short 5. Micro crude from $66.73, about 13 cents in the money as we trade 66.60. Just heard Dakota talking about gold. Gold had a huge up day yesterday on those headlines about Powell being fired, not being fired. Last trade in gold 33.22. Jack, I'm gonna throw it to you. What do we have in store for today? Any idea?
Well, yeah.
Order
looking at my
filled.
screens here. We're still. I've been looking at this just big range we've been in for all of July.
Mhm.
We're a little bit to the higher end. For a range within the range, I'll be interested to see if we can how the market reacts here. The ES at 6,300, and then the resistance up here around 6,330. So those are the levels where I'd be thinking about putting on trades if we don't just go up and to the right as we've been doing for a long time.
Yeah, 6,300, 6,320. Again, yesterday we saw some major volatility coming in, but we'll see what it has in store. Dakota, any levels you're looking for? Are you still got your eye on the Nasdaq, or you got your eye on gold?
Yep,
What are you thinking here?
I'm watching the Nasdaq. Like I said, buy the dip. I mean,
Okay.
it's valid. It's true because that's what happens when you continue to go higher, right? You find
Yeah.
opportunities when the market sells
Order
off. It's
filled.
called buying the dip. It's a very common phrase for a reason. And so we just opened off. Let's see. No volatility, man.
Dakota, we are
Order
futures
filled.
trading. Buy the dip is not the same principle.
Hmm.
What do you mean?
No, I mean
looking for
Nasdaq
this-
and
I'm looking
QQQ are
for
very
this to-
similar, Baron.
I'm looking for this to sell off
Okay.
right at open, and then I mean potentially quote buy the dip, but like that's I don't know. It's different with it's different with futures trading. Like you're like buy the dip. I feel like that concept is more so on when you're acquiring stock and like building like dollar cost averaging into a position.
Investing.
Mm,
Yeah,
I beg to
think
differ.
we'll-
I beg to
Ooh,
differ.
With futures,
go
it's
ahead,
like
Dakota.
how do you use it with futures?
You buy
Because
it when the
the
market
the
Buy
goes
the dip?
down.
Oh,
You buy it when the market goes down, and you look for it to go higher.
oh man.
I love this.
I love this
I don't
too.
know.
We're 3 minutes into this, and we're already talking about buying the dip. Well, here, Bear, it looks like we might be able to get a little dip here.
Order
in the
filled.
Nasdaq 23,087 last trade, overnight low of 23,027.
I would
We
love
got
to
800 left.
understand.
609
I would look
offered
for
6309 in the orders, offered 870 times in the ES to the upside here as we trade.
That's nearly a 900.
Order filled.
6309 3/4.
Let's see if we go get
look
that
for
filled.
23,040. That area.
Would you like 40s? I'm sorry, Baron. What price?
Yeah, 23,040.
Okay, 040. All right.
And you're
Last
looking to
trade.
buy it down there?
I'd be buying the
I
dip,
mean,
Aaron.
no, I want
He
to
just
see it
wa-
get down there.
Order
He just walked
filled.
into it. He knew exactly what happened there. He just walked right into it. We got the 10-year push and a little higher here. But again, let's keep an eye on this 850 lot on the ES ladder. Again, offer 850 times 6309 in the orders. NASDAQ selling off a little bit more here, 23,075. ES not so convinced of push to the downside.
Order filled.
Hogue, let's
Dakota,
go and get your take. Hogue, I want to get your take on the opening range here. Looks like NASDAQ dead ass high. ES is not budging right now. Hogue, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Nasdaq opening range dead ass high. S&P opening range dead ass low. We've opened in the S&Ps and in the Nasdaq, basically spanning the high from yesterday's regular trading hour session. Order filled.
Yep.
The late spike to the downside on Tuesday did what it was supposed to do. Value was overlapping to lower yesterday. I'm order filled. Still of the frame of mind, kind of like Dakota. I want to try and buy the dip. S&P's traded right back to settlement, which settlement price is 63.02 and a quarter. Nasdaq has taken a look down below that, but in the Nasdaq we are wrestling with that same order filled that we had to the downside on Tuesday.
Yes.
That's the S&Ps. Hang on. Here we go. There it is. So there's that late spike. I'm looking for to find some sort of basing down here. We did just give up the overnight order filled. The Nasdaq is presenting as weaker, which is a bit of a surprise. I think we're seeing order filled at all-time highs or just coming off of all-time order filled. Good news as far as chips are concerned with TSMC this morning. Order filled by the dip.
Well, there you go, Baron. 3 in favor of buying the dip. Baron, also
Listen,
in favor of buying the dip. Looking for those 040,
Let's hear it.
23,000.
I'm excited. There might be another bet in store because I'm taking money off of you faster than I'm taking it out of these markets.
Last time you guys
hear
were
it.
on. Yep.
Were you looking for shorts last night on gold, Dakota?
No, nope, I was not.
I shorted gold last night and I got stopped out by like $1, and then it jumped.
What price?
I got stopped out at, let me check, 20
dog.
Order filled.
3349.8 and the high was 3350.9. So I got stopped at by $1.
Order filled.
Good read. Yeah, our man. All right, we'll stay locked in. I'll get Hogue's take on gold here in a little bit. But we're starting to see a little bit of buying here in the Nasdaq. Nothing crazy. 23,084. Bottomed out around 065. ES, like Hogue was saying, not budging to the downside just yet. Jack, I got my eye on the 10-year. We got close to 4.5% yesterday. It looks like we pulled off a little bit.
Yeah, no, we
Still
pulled off a pretty good deal. We're back
are we at
to
now?
the lows of yesterday. We're at 4.44 right now.
Okay.
Some good numbers this morning out of retail sales. I'll go over those a little bit later. Also, that's why the RTY right now has been. That's likely. RTY will likely move inverse of the interest rate. It's much more sensitive. Still not going to trade that just because it scares me. So I'll be looking at the ES still.
All right, sounds good. Again, we got that 800, we call it 900 lot sitting up. Two, bless you. Who was that?
Bless you.
Bless you 2 times. Florida, allergic to Florida already. The body's
Yeah.
getting used to what's in the
Yeah,
air in
yeah.
Florida. Let's take a look at the tote here.
Going crazy.
Amazing.
Order
This is
filled.
my TV, Top Step
Order
TV. We're also
filled.
going to get this kind of raw footage. Baron sneezing in the microphone.
Baron.
Just love it.
Streaming from the Bluth model home. I love it.
Yeah. Listen,
No,
I haven't even
no,
got
you just
my-
moved in.
I haven't even got my full setup yet. I don't even have my full PC.
Oh, man.
We're still pulling. We're closing on this 850 lot, about a point and a half away on the ES ladder. Trading 6309, and I up here.
Not budging with that.
No, they are not.
Somebody liked
And
that. Price.
oh, they moved it. They pulled it and
pulled it.
moved it up to 6312. All right, we got some games going on here. Again,
Order filled.
They moved it.
6309.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Order
pushing
filled.
higher here is anything above that. They get
I've been
partials on
watching
that.
that dome. that ES Dome all morning.
Order
There
filled.
have been some, pretty sizable bids, even pre-open, 250, 500. They got filled on the way up, and they're still peppering them in now. A little bit more size, of course, but we've seen a lot of liquidity to the upside in the S&Ps today.
Order filled.
Interesting. There was that
Order
1,006 way
filled.
down there, like 62.29.
Order rejected.
First thing I looked at for it this morning, it was not there.
1,000 lot. I know it got close
Nope.
yesterday. Again, we got those headlights.
Order filled.
Fire Powell to not
There's
fire Powell.
big in NASDAQ, 106, 700
You got-
contracts at 106 here in the NASDAQ.
106, 106. Oh yeah, nice catch, Dakota. Again, yeah, oh yeah,
That's a big order.
oh yeah. You got
If that-
23,106 offered 700 times to the upside. Nice catch, Dakota's trading 23,082.
I'm going to be honest. I could see NASDAQ going back down to 23,000 because
That seems
why
like
not?
filled.
Why not? That's a big round number, and we've
What,
been there all
uh,
in July.
What happened to buy the dip, Dakota? How
You
about
gotta have a
it?
dip to buy first.
23,000.
You just wouldn't trade the short side. You're just only looking to long.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Baron, nothing matters. All this market does go up, man. Unless they're gonna try
It
fire
does.
Powell.
One thing to keep in mind is tomorrow is the monthly options expiration. So there's a lot more volume there on the expiry tomorrow, Friday afternoon. I think they would probably like to push it a little lower if possible. They can't do it, but
I mean, we are stuck inside.
Order filled.
We are stuck inside this range. I know you guys can't see my charts, unfortunately, but we've been stuck inside a range since the start of July.
yeah,
And
I can show that range here. That's kind of the one that I have the ES up. But as you said, July, man, has been more than halfway through and has been abnormally range bound here.
even though we're making all-time highs.
Oh, we're ticking.
Well,
them.
yeah, but every time we make them at the same spot and then sell off.
Yes, we do.
Like,
Yes, we
I
are.
know.
3 times now we've gone into those 6330s, and 3 times we've got whacked all the way back to at least 6260.
Yes, we
Yesterday
do.
was wild. I'm still digesting that.
Yes, we are.
That was a wild trade.
incredible,
NASDAQ
absolutely
might
incredible.
fill these contracts.
Yeah, as well as the ES. And all right, the ES, they are
Moved it.
moving that. Yes, they are. Are they doing the same thing in the NASDAQ?
No,
They
they're
came
staying
down,
there.
actually. No, they
It's
came
staying
down.
at
They came down to
106.
99. It was up. Oh, we got a couple of them. We got one to 99 filled. Upside filled. 99s. 500 lot in the offer filled. We got another 600 lot up at 106. Closing it on that.
I
That
hope
500. Look at this.
these savages
NASDAQ.
with the 800 lot, I hope they're just long 800 and just keep on moving it to see if
That'd be
people will grab
incredible.
liquidity.
Filled.
That
Filled.
feels
500 lot on the
filled
offer
like
at
it wasn't
99
even
filled.
there.
651 filled 106. Big size on the NASDAQ ladder, trading 23,110. Buyers in the house in the ES 6313, about 3 points off the day session highs. 10-year cooking to the upside. Crude oil selling off. House account is short crude from 66.73. That's trading crude 66.53. All right, let's get
They'll
into
be
it.
in the chat for whoever bought the dip.
There you go. Buy the dip, indeed. Very pinned to the top of the chat. Top step daily levels. Those are refresh and update before every New York Open. Have a little real estate on the screen for that. Also, you can do you one better. Click on that indicators tab, top of Top Step X. Type in Top Step daily levels. Boom, have those slapped, overlaid right on top of your charts. But the buyers are in the house in the ES. Baron, they bought the dip and they are cooking to the upside here in the
There you go.
ES.
Filled
Filled.
at 800 lot.
Oh,
They left it
did.
there that time. They took partials and then it got wiped out.
What price was it, Jack?
Now 500 lot.
Wow, look at this. We got size being slung around here. Good stuff. That was filled too. 63.16. Filled 500 times on the offer. New highs just put in the ES. 63.16. And the order. Someone's just hammering away on that keyboard, talking to their Discord community, smelling the roses, absolutely loving the fanfare.
I hit the mute button. I hit the mute button on my microphone. I thought it would work.
500 lot
NASDAQ just
downside.
took out the high of the opening range. No longer the dead ass high. Opening range in the S&Ps remains the dead ass low.
We got headlines coming here from the president. I'm not seeing anything just yet. Keep an eye out for that. Nothing just yet. Upper left hand corner of the screen. Hashtag fast markets. Hashtag power hour. Hit us up at Top Step TV on the X. Let's see some cool trader setups. Love seeing those wins on the performance dashboard analytics. We got all right. Heavy long tilts in Nasdaq. 81% long in Nasdaq on the tilt. 76% long on the ES. 81% long Nasdaq trading. 23,127. That is a heavy long tilt on the NQ. Man, we are not wasting any time getting this thing started. All right. Also, top of the hour, we got NAHB Housing Index. We also have Kugler speaking at the top of the hour. We got business inventories. We got more speakers daily. We got a White House press briefing, noon central. Fed's Cook speaking. Half hour after that. Stay locked in. Markets are moving right now. 82% long now on the tilt in the Nasdaq.
I think we barcode. I think we might just barcode here today. Meaning consolidation. Meaning
You
chop.
sure?
No, I'm not sure.
I don't know. This looks decently strong.
What makes you think? When you say that? What are you looking at that leads you to say something like say that, Baron?
Well, you're not gonna ask Dakota why he thinks it's gonna barcode.
Well,
You're
man,
just
well,
gonna
you.
come to the
Hey, I'm saying you say this looks decently strong, right? And what are you seeing behind that? That's you look at the volume, you're looking at the decently strong. There's conviction to the upside here.
I mean, we came down to like where we had where was it? Where we opened at yesterday. We came right down into where we opened at yesterday and bounced up from it. That was also PPI highs. So I don't know. I could see this expanding up. We have been in this range a while, so I wouldn't expect us to break. But if we do start to break out, I mean, it's got to break out eventually. I would look for, IB high to set second, and then smash that IB high and look
Or
for
buying.
extension levels.
All right, more buying coming in here in the Nasdaq 23,124. I think we're about 100 points away from all-time highs in the Nasdaq. It's what 23,222, I believe, and ES all-time highs 63.35, give or take a couple. 20 points to go there, all-time highs. Keep an eye on that Nasdaq tilt. Now 78% long. What's this? Something's on the ladder here. Yeah, 70 lot down there. We got numbers and speakers.
Question, Baron.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
You want me to answer that question? So look what we did on the 15th. This is the definition of barcode right there. This is the hourly chart. That is what I'm referring to barcoding. Up and down, up and down, and not right direction.
Order filled.
So, yeah, I'm letting the chat know. We have new traders tuning in every day, and so this is a nice level of support. 23,080s. We just bounced off that, and then up here at like 2170s. That's the nice level of resistance.
The 15th was still very tradable to me.
Well, tradable and trending are two different things, right? Versus consolidating or barcoding. That's barcoding, but it could be tradable if you understand how to trade
that's
it.
not that
right?
bad of a barcode though. Like if you're looking at it on the 1 hour, go look at it on the 5 minute. It's not that bad. I mean, last week we were having days where like it was actually insanely barcode. Like you could not even find a trade in it. Like look at Wednesday the 9th. Or actually wait, no, sorry. That's my bad.
There is huge volume changing hands in the S&P in this area. 63.15 quarter up to 63.60 and a half. I mean, just both sides just fighting each other here.
Yes, it is, Hogue.
1,000 contracts have traded between in this session between 63.15 half and 63.16. So in that point range right now, and it's all happened recently because we just got to highs of sessions. 15,000, 20,000 within a point right now.
Wow. In the what last 13, 14 minutes? We're seeing all this size?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, some
Okay,
people are some big guys and gals in there.
All right, size is being traded. Nice catch there. Right now, 63.15.
Baron, you understand that we're talking a definition on the time frame, right? barcoding on a time frame, being tradable, being able to
You're
trade it, having a high range are
but
two completely different conversations.
yeah, but if you're trading futures, like you're looking for short-term moves, are you really trading on the 1 hour? Like I do look at the 1 hour to find zones and stuff, but
Oh,
like
I
Yeah,
agree with you on this, Baron. I agree with you on
yeah.
this.
No, I look at the 1 hour all the time to look at trade location and direction. Just like,
I
for
know, but
example,
like
if you were trading on the
barcoding.
15th, yeah, if you're trading on the 15th and you see this barcoding on the hour, you understand that there's buying opportunity near the bottom and there's selling opportunity near the top. And it's the same thing, right? Over here on the hourly chart,
Yeah,
if you were able to buy in these 23070s based off this hourly chart at support, then that's what you use that higher time frame. Well, that's how I
yeah,
use
but
high.
I love it.
it's still showing a clear, like if you're looking at the 5 minute, you can still see a clear direction lower. It's making lower highs and lower lows.
What are you guys
On
arguing
the
about right now? Markets are moving. What's going
arguing
I
on?
don't
about
know what we're
Definitions?
arguing about.
We're arguing
There
about
we go.
This
definitions.
Order
now
filled.
wasn't
Grinding higher here in
barcoding,
the ES. 60
Baron.
barcoding. We're not
This
we're
is
not
wasn't.
barcoding. We're pushing new highs here. 63.19 in the orders. We
We're
got
headed for
size
new
being
heading for air
oh,
horns here, guys.
yeah, you think so?
Well, yeah, I mean, the numbers came out strong this morning. Retail sales beat. Um, the thing that caught me the most was actually the continuing jobless claims. God, I cannot say that word. Actually decreased a little bit. They've been rising even as the initial jobless claims have been coming in. So once again, all good news. There's no brakes on this train until something changes. You see that yesterday, that news event, it definitely will respond, right? But no news is good news. Keep it going.
Yes, it is. Again, all-time highs in the ES 63.43, about 23 points to go there. Buyers are in the house. Size is being traded on the ladder in the ES. Saw size on the ladder in the NASDAQ. The fellows are arguing over what's a barcode, or what's a barcode, what's a range, what's a short-term trade,
Wrong.
what is not. I'm messing with you guys.
It's two different arguments. I'm arguing about a barcode on an hourly. Baron's arguing about whether it was tradable or not.
Okay, yeah, but like if I'm looking at
Shit, I
barcoding,
do this.
I'm
I
not
should have
looking
said
at the hourly for barcodes. I'm looking at like if it's barcoding, I'm looking at the 15-minute or the 5 minute. And I'm saying, okay, I don't even want to touch this because there's not even an opportunity to trade it. When I'm thinking
That's the
barcoding,
beautiful
when
thing
most
about the
people,
markets, right, Baron, is everyone has
but
a
but
different opinion and view
Dakota,
of these markets.
when most people online talk about this shit is barcoding, like it's more so they're talking about like I can't trade this because there's no opportunity long or short. When you're looking at the hourly, yeah, you're gonna find opportunities long or short. Like
debate.
That's why most
to
people
me,
online lose money, Baron.
Oh, this is kind of getting real now. This is kind of getting real. Hey, we still got 79% long in the NASDAQ, pushing higher here. I see what they're saying. I see what they're saying. Both sides. There's always opportunity. No trade is a trade as well.
Yeah,
Trading is
the thing
optional,
is,
as
I don't
Dakota says.
disagree with you either, Baron. That's the thing is, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I agree with everything you've said.
Everything. Ugh, be careful, Todd.
everything.
Don't agree with everything.
When it comes in
Uh,
terms of barcoding and looking at your perspective, because you have a different perspective than I am, because you're using
Order
different time
filled.
frames,
Order
and you're a different
filled.
trader. And so everything you've said is valid the way that you see these markets.
Okay,
good stuff,
I think
fellas.
I think
Fired up. I like it. I love it.
What?
Hey,
I think I,
Hope. Hope. All right, take a break. Take a breather, guys. Stay locked in. See what kind of see what we got here for prices. Hope, I'm gonna throw it to you for gold. Gold. We saw what 33.85s yesterday. Big retreat off of that. Bottomed out at 33.14. Had a great read yesterday. Great read yesterday. What are you seeing here in gold? You want to talk about ranges? Gold right now, Hogue.
Yeah, I mean, gold is in the longer time frame in a range. How do we use that as a short time frame day trader? It's important
Done, Hogue.
to look at the context in the longer time frame, even if you're just a day trader, no matter what chart you're looking at. Yesterday, we saw that pop as the numbers as Trump and Powell had their fight going on. So we saw the lows here from the previous day fail to hold below that. We had the nice pop back to last week's high. These lows here to me were suspect because they were so exact. And so I was really kind of thinking we would look below that. We've traded to a visual target, a naked point of control down here at 33.1880. Now we're just kind of basing. I'm going to be focusing to see if we do get any extension outside of the initial balance on either side. Initial balance low 33.1430, initial balance high 33.90. And to see if we get any extension or failures at those levels. I'm not doing anything in the middle of this. I'm going to focus on those IB highs and IB lows from the session today. We did have a lot of overnight inventory to the short side. We did take a long in the house account that did not pay. Small loss on that. So that was one of the things we were talking about. Is I thought these lows were probably a little bit suspect. I think we needed to go down, sweep some liquidity down here, test down to this naked point of control. Well, the only thing below that is weekly kickoff low, which is 32.86. So right now we're just kind of hanging here, basing. And we'll see if we find opportunities at the extremes here today.
Great stuff. Hogue, we just made some new highs in the ES, Jag 63.22, about again, all-time highs in the ES. Correction, 63.43, about 20 points to go.
Yes.
Nasdaq's
And something
Nasdaq's
to
at
keep an
about
eye on is that the SPX right now is at 62.83. So about 17 points higher than here is 6,300, which is going to be a very important option strike price coming into tomorrow with the monthly expiration. There are a lot of calls for 6,300. So a lot of buying that could be done to be hedged there.
look at the 5-minute here. Might be coming to the upper end of the range in the Nasdaq. Could be a double top, some may say. But we are seeing a lot of size. We also have those long tilts in the Nasdaq and the ES, and they are liking the price action right now because we are right 6 points off the highs in the Nasdaq. The Dow, take a look at the Dow, shot out of a cannon on the open, up about 300 points off the opening bell. Last trade 44,653. The ES continues. Look at that ladder. There is size. 100 on the bid, 100 on the ask. Buyers are in control right now.
New session highs, Nasdaq. Maybe we could push through these 50s.
We're holding above every single VWAP. We're holding
Order
above
filled.
New York weekly. This looks like it wants to just continue up.
Yes. All right. Well, here this could be your pullback if you want.
Andre, there's something. There's something going on today with you.
Well, what's going on today is I love it. Well, yeah, the markets are moving. You guys are talking about what barcoding is and what's.
We were having two different arguments.
We
were having two different arguments. We were arguing.
Are we bringing it up again? Are we really bringing it
No.
up again?
No, we're not. Sorry.
God,
No, sorry.
Maybe 80 to 90 years on this planet. I don't need one more minute of this.
Well, should we go back to interest rates?
Oh, we'll talk about that later. All right, we got number and speaker here in about 3.5 minutes. Last trade in the Nasdaq, 23,150. The pullbacks are shallow. Buyers did step in there. Hogue, we are short in micro crude from 66.73.
Yeah, he stepped away for a few minutes.
Oh, my
but If
bad.
he were here, he would say, "Yeah, we're still short from
Extension.
whatever the price was. Yeah, extension.
Extension.
Accepting value."
IB load on the extension. Yes. Sorry about that.
He's not
Down
here.
pulled
We're
up.
just fun. We
No,
love
he's not. Tilt in the Nasdaq pulled off paired off a little bit, 57% long in the Nasdaq. Jack, we saw all that volume at 63.15 to 63.16.
Yeah, you can see it if you look in your level 2 data. You can see where they have
Yeah.
the volume right along the side there, which is handy. So that all traded very quickly. Ended up about 20,000 contracts traded between 16 quarter and 15 half in the ES. For those asking about the options numbers, let me make sure I'm looking at the right thing real quick. Other chart here. 6,300 is the price in the SPX. That's equal to the all-time high. So we're looking at that like 43 level. Tomorrow, I'll give a little shout out to those doing the reversal challenge. If we're around that level, it might get sticky towards the end of the day.
You know who's on for reversal challenge, Jack?
Who?
Jack's the
Take a
winner.
guess. Take a guess who's on.
Trader Mike?
Trader Mike.
Me and
Trader
Baron.
Mike's Oh, both of you?
Well, have
Oh,
fun. I
Jack,
won last week to get
Jack's the
a
champ.
free PTO day. So that was
Yeah.
Maybe we
exciting.
barcode on the reversal challenge tomorrow.
Oh, that's perfect. You want barcoding for reversal challenge. That's how you carve it
Let's see
up.
who could trade that up.
All right, we got 2 minutes till the speaker and the number. Baron, just want to let you know. Remember when you were on the other day and you refused to do your Trump? I was, peppering you for the
No, I'm
Trump
not
thing.
doing it, bro.
It's
I
fine.
I
I got lit up. I got lit up on a review about that, saying I was forcing you to do it, and it was wrong of me, and I was making you uncomfortable. Some
What
review I
review?
read.
Oh,
It
a
Uh,
review
wasn't.
of
It
the
wasn't.
show.
It wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't more so. It wasn't you making me uncomfortable. It was. I knew it would be so shit that I think
Wow.
everyone just no one would like it. No one would like it. So I was like, yeah, let's just not do this. And then I did it.
Someone was not happy and did not understand what was going on there, and
I
yeah, with pitchforks and
I did it
torches.
for my Discord. I did it
What
for
you
my
did?
Discord, and they were like, can we just stop this? Like, it's bad. It's terrible.
I mean, man, they were fired
Your
up.
Discord, your Discord's savage though. It's pretty savage.
They made this Baron. They made him uncomfortable. They put him on the spot. Is doing this impression, immature.
Yeah,
Listen,
Where were you?
Gen Z is in touch with their feelings, Andre.
I put like.
Plus,
Did you
Trump
not
is a
see?
super hard imitation to do.
Jax was awesome. Jax was up. I was like, were you not watching 15 minutes before when Baron was trying to get me to do it? What? Anyways, all right. 10 seconds here. 10 seconds till the number. Housing index. And then we have a speaker as well. Oh, then we've got to vote on stablecoin. Here we go. Stay locked in. Top TV. Housing that inline. Expected 33. Inline 33. Let's see if we got. Where do the speakers go? There's supposed to be a speaker. Jack, we're talking about this. I see this house vote on stablecoin. What does that mean? What is it? What are they voting on? What's stablecoin?
Like all legislation, Andre, I would need a few hours off air to get it all together. And
All good.
listen, I am the worst person to ask about it as far as crypto goes. My vague understanding of stablecoin. Do any of you guys know better? Like, it's just
No.
basically they're tethered, I guess, to the
I
dollar
used
in
I
some
used
way.
I used to be like I got into trading through crypto, but stablecoin for I mean there's two main ones, which is USDC and then USDT. So USDT, I don't know what's in this legislation. I have no idea. I haven't looked at it, but there's been times where USDT has depegged against the dollar. So it's like there was a time where I think USDT dropped to like 34 cents or something like that. And it caused a big stir up in it caused a lot of volatility because
Heads up, Nasdaq cookie.
it was the second largest stablecoin. It's USDT and USDC are like the two main ones. So for the most part, like it sits right at $1. I don't know what's in this legislation, but it just provides liquidity. Like it allows you to like you can swap between Bitcoin to USD. I believe you can swap between Bitcoin and USDT, but it's like Ethereum you can swap it, Solana you can swap it. Like pretty much any network you can swap one crypto to USDT. And since there's so many different networks, it just provides like it allows you to go between different ecosystems.
I'll do some
Love it.
research on
Love it.
that for next week. But like, listen, how we're talking now, I doubt anyone in Congress understands it either. So,
Oh, no
somebody mentioned
chance.
it was 23,000
They got no idea.
What do you mean?
pages.
They're professionals voting on it.
Well,
They are elected representatives.
I thought there was some controversy with that bill where it was like there was something about releasing like the Jeffrey Epstein files or something in there. There's something
Yeah.
related to Jeffrey Epstein in that like crypto bill for some reason.
I saw that. They want to, yeah, they buried it in there.
It's
They're
very-
trying to release the
That's
list.
appropriate. Like, if you're gonna have a bill about crypto, I mean, like, this is a very online bill at this point. I think they should definitely vote on Epstein. They should throw a few other things in there too.
Why not?
Yeah,
Kennedy,
like
Kennedy files, Area
yeah,
51.
already
I mean,
released
get all of them.
those.
All right.
Maybe
Well, we
something
just
on
made
like fluoride.
session
Yeah, we just
highs.
broke the highs in the Nasdaq. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
we're
about
at
50
this level
points
of
all time
resistance,
highs.
these 170s here in the Nasdaq, and so this is going to be that interesting place. This is what I was referring to barcoding on the hourly on the 15th. This is the top of that range. Is these 170s, 180s. So let's see if we can break through this here in the Nasdaq. If we do, then can we see all-time highs? Can we see
Oh,
all-time highs here? Was this a buy the dip market?
I mean, it looked like it. All-time highs in the Nasdaq, 23,222.75 in the orders, and all-time highs in the ES, 63.43, 20 points to go there, 50 points to go in the ES. Gold grinding higher here a little bit, 33.24 last trade there. So look at this heavy long tilt in the ES, 76% long. We trade 63.22. Is there more buyers going to step in here? A little bit of a pullback. Waiting for, again, bottom of the hour, we also have nat gas. Haven't seen much from, oh, here we go. We got Kugler. Kugler's headlines here. It's appropriate to keep rates steady for, quote, some time.
Higher for longer.
Kugler.
I don't know if Kugler's a voter or not. All right,
You
still
know,
trying to push this thing.
shouldn't you know all these things, Andre?
Kugler's a voter. Kugler's a voter.
If I Google it right now, am I going to see the
Yeah.
same thing?
Yes, you will.
Hey, he knew
Do
her
it.
first name before. That's
Yep.
impressive.
Crude's continues grind lower here. 66.48.
Speaking of the bill, I thought this was a pretty good tweet I saw from friend of both sides of the aisle, Thomas Massey. Said, my late wife, Rhonda, with an MIT engineering degree, used to say, quote, what they're doing in DC isn't 3D chess. They're chewing on checkers and arguing which tastes better, red or black.
Wow.
I agree. That's pretty good.
I like that. It's deep right there. It looks like we got some more buyers coming in here in the Nasdaq. Hogue said it. Hogue's looking for upside in the ES. The buyers are strong for all-time highs. Still about 20 points to go. The Nasdaq's seeing some strong buying as well. Let's trade 23,171. Wait for headlines. What's going to happen today? Fire Powell. Are we not going to fire Powell? If they fire
that yesterday was
incredible. All-timer.
I don't
absolute all-timer.
I don't think they should fire Powell based off principle.
Well, they can't fire him. I mean,
like Trump can't even fire him. Like, it's crazy.
Actually, we might have some like inside sourcing on that, Andre. We hit the news there.
Yeah, should we do it? Because let's
hit the news first.
Let's do it because
before we get
a load of this.
Yeah,
let's do it.
A little retail sales, which came in above expectations by a good deal, like 0.5%. These are the categories and their month-over-month change. Miscellaneous stores, that's specific. Motor vehicles and parts getting bought up. Furniture, electronics, gas station spending down a little bit month over month, but overall, strong result at 0.6 increase month over month. Now, let's take a look at what we were talking about yesterday with the concentration of the S&P 500. I found this chart courtesy of our friends at S&P Dow Jones Bloomberg. The largest stock in the S&P 500 as a percent of the market cap for each year. I'd love to learn more about what this trend is happening and what was happening in the 90s. These companies are the companies that have ever had the highest market cap in the S&P 500. And you can see that right now NVIDIA is 8%. We have not been that high since IBM in 1969.
No kidding.
Before that, AT&T in 1964, I think
Monopolies.
that would be.
I used to work for. It's kind of gone downhill since.
That's right.
Oh yes,
I'm definitely short.
Bob Bell.
It's gone downhill. It's gone downhill.
Definitely gets you.
And,
left.
Lastly, before we have a little sourcing here, I think this is Barron right here. Oh, not Barron. This is Dakota and me. In this house,
No,
Jerome
yeah.
Powell is a hero. Was he wrong about inflation being transitory? Yeah. But otherwise, did he navigate
You
one of the most complex economic environments in recent history? Yeah, he did. No one's perfect, and he has one of the hardest jobs in the world.
Jack, you didn't put on the Tony Soprano voice. You're gonna do the trope, but you're not gonna do Tony
Oh
Soprano?
man.
In this
You're
house,
saying
I
that to
can't
me?
do it.
You're
No,
saying
that
that
would
to
be
me, Jack?
inappropriate. Jerome
Gandolfini.
Powell's
You
a
got to
saint.
explain why, though. You got to explain why.
I think that he has been dealt a pretty tough deck, and we're at all-time highs right now. So,
He's
you know
done
what?
quite well.
Why would we listen to us? Because actually, Dakota, Jerome Powell did reach out to us and leave another voicemail.
Finally, thank God.
Hello,
Yeah,
Top
so
Step
it's-
TV. There was a bit of drama in the markets yesterday regarding the future of my employment. Let me make one thing crystal clear. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. You can call in the National Guard, the federales, the Avengers for all I care, but I'm not leaving. You think you can take my money gun? No. I'll take it away from you and stick it up your ass and pull the trigger until it goes click. You think I give a flying about $2 billion in renovations? I wouldn't bend down to pick $1 billion up off the sidewalk. Bottom line, it's my house, my rules. And you're all living in Daddy's house until May 2026. So do your chores, say your prayers, and shut the up. Or I'll take off my purple tie and give you something to really cry about. I hope this clears up any confusion. Powell out.
Amazing.
Wow.
He's
Amazing.
I
Beautiful.
was not expecting that one.
Amazing.
He's not leaving.
Oh,
Wow.
bro. Oh, pull the trigger until it goes click. Well done.
That
Bravo.
sounds like
Bravo.
it was written by Jack.
No.
Wow.
No, not at
Incredible.
all.
We haven't heard anything from Powell in 24 hours, and he chose to break that silence by sending in a Adobe Premiere video to Top Step TV's email box.
We're gonna play that later. That was incredible. Powell not leaving. Oh man. Yes, the Lebowski reference. That is top notch.
Yes.
Jerome Powell, thank you for calling in. That was absolutely incredible. That was amazing. Wow. That was fantastic. All right, let's take a look at these prices. Now we can bring in that news clip to give a little more context as to what's happening with this feud, what the angle is to oust Powell. But you heard from here on Top Step TV, Powell is not leaving. You heard it here on Top Step TV, so click like, click subscribe, click notify. Where else are you going to get that breaking news? All right, last trade in the NASDAQ, 23,164, right around the highs. But if we want, we could bring in that clip, James, Andrea, as to what the angle, what the context is as to how they're going to try to get Powell out. We got that ready.
Sitting on a coveted property alongside Washington's National Mall, two stately marble facaded buildings, now ringed by construction fencing, covered in scaffolding, so-called blue skin waterproof coverings on the windows. The two buildings, headquarters of the Federal Reserve, and their costly renovation are President Trump's latest weapon in his war against Fed Chairman Jerome Powell.
I mean, it's possible there's fraud involved with the $2.7 billion renovation. This is a renovation.
The president indicating today that while it's unlikely he'll fire Powell, it could still happen if fraud is involved in the $2.5 billion renovation, a project that's been hammered on by the president and his allies for weeks.
The one thing I didn't see him as a guy that needed a palace to live in. I think when you spend $2.5 billion on really a renovation, I think it's pretty disgraceful.
Of course, Powell doesn't live in the building, but that hasn't stopped Trump from tying him to the renovation, the cost of which has shot up in recent years, from $1.9 billion to $2.5 billion. The Fed says the buildings had to be upgraded because their electrical grids, plumbing, HVAC, and fire detection systems were antiquated. The buildings were constructed almost 100 years ago. There have been claims that the renovation would include expenditures for lavish items like rooftop gardens, water features, and VIP elevators.
It sends the wrong message to spend public money on luxury upgrades that feel more like they belong in the Palace of Versailles than a public institution.
But Powell and the Fed say those features were either not in the plans or were scaled back.
some of those are just flatly misleading. The
Sure.
idea of elevators, it's the same elevator. It's been there since the building was built. So that's a mischaracterization. And some of those are no longer in the plans.
The Fed says the cost overruns are really due to things like the cost of removing more asbestos than anticipated, soil contamination, and inflation.
Order
I think the building
filled.
is just a sideshow. It's an excuse to make life miserable for Jay Powell because President Trump, who of course appointed him, doesn't like what he's doing.
What Powell is doing is not moving aggressively enough for Trump's liking to lower interest rates.
He's a knucklehead. He should have cut interest rates a long time ago.
Powell's resisted rate cuts out of concerns that Trump's tariffs could spark more inflation. But Trump and his allies continue their relentless pressure on Powell. Trump's budget director Russell Vogt sending a recent letter to Powell saying the president was extremely troubled by his management of the Fed, including his, quote, ostentatious overhaul of the headquarters.
There you go. There you go. And you heard Powell is not leaving.
23,163. The top of that barcode.
63. Man, I want to talk about that. Well, we'll get back to that. But you do see that's their angle. They can't technically fire him, Jack, but they're going to look and read the fine print, if you will, to try to get him out.
They're going to try everything.
They are going to try everything. All right, Dakota, you're short. You're short for 23,163. What? How many times?
Correct. Three minis. This is just combined. This that same as that area, the resistance. When I'm saying barcode, this is what I meant. 170s, 180s on the top end, and then all the way down here to these 080s down at this bottom end for the range. That's the range that I'm looking at. It's tradable. Let's trade it.
Okay, 163 downside target. Baron, anything got up here that you're looking at? You said the line was strong.
I'm looking to get long. I'm looking to get long between 23,110 to 23,130, somewhere in that range. I would like to see a dip down to VWAP and then for us to push highs.
10, 23, 130, 110 and 130. Okay.
S&P is just not giving it up here. They're just holding it
Hold.
to highs.
It's last trade
Dakota,
63.
You're short at 163?
163. 23,163 here in the NASDAQ. Yep.
It's just grinding higher. It's just it's lifting every offer, Hope. They're just cooking through these offers. You see that 400 lot at 63.25 on the offer. That's nothing. It's we're about 2.5 points from that. 63.21. Hogue grinding higher also is gold. Gold.
Yep.
We're about $16 off the lows, trading 33.30 there.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to that IB high. I'm going to see what it looks like up there. What I'm hoping for is a failed upside auction.
I'm seeing some big orders chase this market down. 100 contracts here, 100 contracts there. I don't know if that means anything. Here in the NASDAQ. Yeah. Yep. I'll see 100 contracts come in at the ask.
Short from 163. Baron looking for that 130 to 110 level in the NASDAQ. Take a look at crude.
You have a target on this, Dakota?
I'm gonna take a couple off here if we get into these 30s, and then I'm gonna leave one runner on for the bottom of this barcode, which is 080s.
So we had another 1.25 range up there near the top in the ES, where something like 25,000 ES traded with between 21.5 and 22.5. So there's a lot of trading going on.
The adults are back in the room. Would you say the adults are back in the room in the ES?
Well,
at those
hard
prices.
to tell. It's hard to tell because if this was the adults buying, I would be looking for negative delta, and we have positive delta of about 4,600 in the day session today in the S&Ps. What I noticed yesterday was with the rally in the Nasdaq, we ended the day with negative delta. 36.
All right. President's starting to go to True Social here. Keep an eye on gold. Gold popped a little bit. Now we got True Social coming here from the president. Quote, too late. Great numbers just out. Lower the rate. DJT. Okay, now we got the Trump budget director Vaught. The president was clear that he's unlikely to fire Powell. It's coming out right now on the wire. Keep an eye on gold. Gold caught my eye there, popped a couple bucks, and we'll see if this is going to put downside pressure here on the equities. And president coming out on True Social. Too late. Great numbers. Just out. Lower the rate. All caps. DJT. Budget directors chiming in. What? All right, heads up. Let's see if this gets this party started here. Last trade in the ES 6318. Jack, stay locked in. We might get the goods going here.
Is this just going to be? I think because they're probably not going to cut until like September or something like that. I wonder if this will just be the dance we are in until then about lowering
There's
rates every
take
day.
profit on one.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Holy shit!
Gold moved first there, and that's what caught my eye. And then I looked at the headlines, and the headlines were there. So, all right, gold trade 3333, 3333. ES trade 6317, about 6 points off the highs there. Dakota took a short on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ topped out at 175. Man, we're getting close to all-time highs, Mr. President. You just had to tweet. 23,143 last trade there. Dakota, Dakota, what's your position now?
Short 2, 163.
Order filled. Order filled. Order
Profit in
filled.
the 30s. I'm looking for this thing to continue back down. My ultimate target is going to be the bottom of this barcode from July 15th, which, barcode range to me, I'm saying it's the same thing. Just teasing Baron over there, running off of energy drinks. But going to look for take another profit if we could continue to sell off in the middle and then leave a runner on to those 080s, 090s.
Thank you, Dan Evans.
Yeah.
No. Grinding
I
higher
think
here.
yesterday was a little bit of a test balloon, a trial experiment. As I've said, I'm
Agreed.
pretty sure Trump has TradingView on his phone or otherwise. In that, I doubt that whatever the White House spokespeople just leaked
100%.
that.
100%.
I think they wanted to see how it reacted, and they did not like the reaction they got from the markets, and then kind of bowed face.
100%. We were talking about that in fast markets yesterday. Trial balloons, see how the markets reacted, and they backed off, and we saw the markets turn back around and close essentially on the session highs. So
One tweet. That's all it took.
Yep.
I mean, they did that back in April, right? Remember when the market pumped 5% and then it was just a rumor, and then later on,
great data,
2 days later,
great data to buy
it
stocks.
was true.
Great data to buy stocks.
Yeah.
Man, what
Six word.
kind of like Robinhood with order flow? I mean, what would Citadel pay to be the broker of his Truth Social tweets?
Oh,
Just to
man,
see those.
man.
What would you
man.
pay? They want to monetize Truth Social. What would you pay for? You get it a little advanced, 5
Billy.
seconds before everyone else.
Billy, yeah.
Many Billy.
Many
Billions.
Billy. Yes.
Yeah.
Billions and billions and billions. All right, we coming to the bottom of the hour here. We got nat gas. Oh, we got crude popping here a little bit. $66.78, up about 30 cents or so on this 5-minute candle. And
this is where I would look to get long.
This is your 130s.
Yeah, right at VWAP. We are also. It's not really too big of a low volume node, but there's a slight low volume node in that area, and it lines up with a fib. So this is an ideal setup for me. We should break that IB high first. 80% chance to break that IB high first.
I'm sure.
Troops. That's exactly what I was thinking. I wonder if all the trading firms back when
real estate
speed's still a thing, but Flash Boy days were always paying incredible. I think we had a $50 million microwave connection between Chicago and New York to trade the cash
Order
market.
filled.
I wonder if any of the hedge funds in Florida. There's got to be so many algos connected to Truths right now.
Order filled.
Scraping.
Order filled.
On them.
Order filled. Order filled.
Are there any co-located servers in Florida?
Order filled.
Could be the new gold rush.
That's where it's coming from. Yep. I remember, buying, servers. The proximity to the servers at the CME. And there was, I want to say the data centers were out in Western Illinois or something like that. Something like
Aurora.
that. Aurora, thank you. That's where they were.
Yes. That's where all there's
That's where the
backups
futures.
somewhere too, but I think they're secret.
Yes.
They're secret.
63.14 last trade. Think there it is. Hoop confirms. 63.14 last trade in the ES.
Did you get long, Baron?
23,131.
No, I'm waiting a little bit.
Okay. Good job.
More
Nice.
song coming in here.
Take profit for my second one right here in these 20s.
Nice.
And now I have this runner. So 40 points. 40 points on that one. With a runner.
With the pop.
Very nice, Dakota.
Yeah, very nice indeed.
Dakota, did you
Baron,
know that tweet was coming out before before it came out?
No, I wish. I wish, Hoke.
I'm long. I'm long one.
What price did you get?
23,128.
Okay, 128. See if we can hold this thing. 10 years selling off a little bit. Rates going higher there. It's seen a little bit of a pullback in the 10-year prices. Again, 10-year prices go lower, yields go higher, and vice versa. Still see some selling. ES coming up to overnight VWAP is 63.11.
Careful
Okay,
with the
now we're
barcode,
selling.
Baron.
You seen anything? Yeah. What do we got here?
Long as
Got short up there. What's your upside on this thing, on this, Baron?
I want to look for it to break that IB high. So first target would just be 23,174, and then I would look for 23,197 after that.
97. Okay. Going that
My
way.
average price, since I added a second one, it's 23,125.
Nice.
For now, we just bounced off of yesterday's high in the ES to the tick.
Also right at
okay.
NASDAQ.
Yes, we did. See if the buyers want to stop here, and then ES right here is 63.10. Let's see if the buyers want to jump in there. Again, we saw lots of volume being traded 63.15, 63.16. We saw a lot of volume being traded up at 63.20, 63.21, and the ES 20,000 contracts being traded in the
Liquidity
ES.
still is coming in up there as offers, 300, 400 on the offers. Not seeing any real liquidity down below.
What does that tell you, Hogue? That they're just trying to hold it up, or
Well, I mean, the market's job is to facilitate trade, and there are still traders out there that believe that trade facilitation is going to happen at higher pricing than lower pricing. Doesn't mean they're right.
buyers trying to give it a shot here. We're in the clear in terms of we got net gas at the bottom of the hour.
So would you consider this a dip in the NASDAQ?
You guys.
Yeah. It went right to VWAP on the 30-minute chart.
You guys,
113.
Andre knew exactly where I'd
I know. Baron ain't having it. Now we're pushing. Here we go. Here's Jeff pushing here. 23,140 last trade in the NASDAQ. Baron long from 23,125 for an upside target of 23,174. 30 points to go there. ES 2 points off of overnight VWAP. 63.12 last trade. Now 63.13 trade. Any downside here? Nope. Crude found some sellers. Oh, what are we looking for a downside in this crude trade? House account short from 66.73. We're about 10 cents in the money right now. Do we have a downside target you and JD were talking about?
Yeah, we've got. Right now, the market is rejecting value high from yesterday, which is 66.30. But if we can get inside and show acceptance, I mean, I could see this market coming back down to where we found the buyers yesterday, down around weekly kickoff low 65.70. But we've got some work to do before we're going to be able to get to that.
Okay, budget director. Budget director coming out here. An additional recessions package is likely. Rescissions, that's not rescissions package is likely. And the miss up. We got buyers stepping in the NASDAQ. Baron is long. He is locked in. Baron bought the dip, knowingly, but Baron is long. Looking to the upside. Baron is in Florida right now. Blink if you for signs of life, Baron. There it is. Did we lose him? He might be having some technical difficulties. We'll skip back to that. We got
He's
23,000.
forgot.
I was on.
Dog, man. Come on, man. We stay locked in. You got a trade on. You're texting.
I'm answering an important message, Andre.
To who? About what?
X.
No, don't worry about it. Don't
No,
worry
I
about
know
it.
who.
Come on, we're on TV.
I
We're
know
on
who
TV.
it
Stay
is,
locked in. We're
Baron.
trading here. I know exactly who it is. Stay locked in. Tell her to tune in.
Listen,
So
I got
copy
my
the
stop
link.
in place.
Copy the link.
I got my stop in place, and I got a clean entry on that. I got my.
Oh, they also
TPs
got
in
mad.
place.
Yeah, they also got mad at me about asking about your personal life. This exactly. See, he brought it up.
Listen,
on that,
listen.
on
I'm
that scathing review.
fine. I'm fine with you asking about my personal life, Andre. I just don't want to do a Trump impression sometimes,
This is all in the same thing. This is all in the same review. This is all in the same one. Asking about his personal life, making him uncomfortable. I'm like, what?
No,
Someone
that's fine. That's fine. It's the it was the Trump impression that got me.
Oh, made Baron uncomfortable. All right, keep an eye on gold. Gold continue to push higher here. 33.35.
Tell her to like and subscribe.
Yeah, please. If she wants to come on.
Bring
I
her
don't
on.
think she wants to come.
Live from California.
Our buyers stepping in here in the ES as well. 63.15. Buyers bought the dip.
Baron bought the dip.
Yeah, Baron did buy the dip.
In these
It
futures.
was clean. It was clean entry.
Yeah, it was a crude. Crude got some more downside pressure here. 66.50, down about 25 cents in this 5-minute candle. 23,155 last trade in the Nasdaq. Waiting, nice cover there, Dakota. Nice entry for a
I just have this
Baron.
runner on.
Okay.
Order filled.
Anything on the headlines? I'm not seeing anything here, Hogue. Anything on truth? I got nothing right now. Now 149th trade, 23,000.
Order filled. Order filled.
100 lot upside, 23,000.
Order filled.
Let's see if we go get
Order
those for Baron,
filled.
'cause Baron is
Order
long from
filled.
23,000.
Order filled.
125.
Order filled.
5 points in the
Order
money right
filled.
now.
Order filled.
Yes, 70.
Order filled.
Long as we trade 63.15.
Yep. I'm short one from 163.
Okay. Yeah, those sellers did come in, but it felt like that was coincided with that. You want to call it a headline?
Oh, I was on mute. Sorry, I was saying we're coming through that.
Everyone
level
was
here.
on mute there. Literally everyone was on mute there. I was talking into the ether. Everyone was on mute there. I was like, "Where is it? Where's my teammates?" Some texting their ex-girlfriends. Some are muted. I'm trying to.
Oh, no one pointed it out. I thought everyone was just talking
Hey,
over me.
I was not mute.
Okay, we're
I
at
was
the
not
level.
mute.
We're at
I'm
the
over here.
level.
I'm here. I'm just looking.
You were on mute. You were on mute too. Everyone was on mute. Oh, guys, see anything on True Social?
I was looking.
And all right, whatever. We'll get back into this.
Nothing yet.
30. Thank you. 33.36 last trade. Let's just all
I have
stay on
6
mute.
windows I'm monitoring, Andre. 6.
Same, Jack. Same. And talk.
If I'm moving my mouth, somebody let me know. Anyway, we're right at that level. We're like 25,000 contracts traded in a point range.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just not locked in on your lips there, Jack.
Yeah, well, it should be. Take that.
What is going on?
It's Thursday, man. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Come on, markets are moving, man. He's trying to fire the chairman of the federal. Come on, this is historic shit, man. This is nuts. Let's see if the buyers want to keep closing in on these highs. 23,000.
It's just about the drama for no goddamn reason. Dakota's still holding this short. He's about to get ran over.
I already took profits, man, while you were texting your ex.
I know. I heard you taking profits. You took what, 2 contracts off?
Yeah, up 1,600.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree, James. All right, let's see how this trade plays out. Myers come and stepped in
Aaron,
there.
that's move back down to VWAP and the NASDAQ.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
It's what I wanted to
Order
see.
filled.
That IB high has
Order
80%
filled.
chance
Order
to
filled.
crack before the low. So,
Myers, man.
Order filled.
for that dip to buy.
Order filled.
Dip to buy.
Myers.
Dip to buy.
There you go. There you go. Man, look at gold though. Gold continuing to grind higher here.
Yeah.
Not the strong buying like we saw yesterday, but this was the precursor before the headlines started hitting. Hey, Top Step TV, it's Thursday, so you don't come out every single week. The tip of the week. I want everyone, you all, to pay attention to the tip of the week here. Baron, especially you. Bring it in here. There it is. Keep your emotions in check, Baron. Emotional control is crucial for successful trading. Don't let fear or greed drive your decisions. Yeah, you hear that, Baron? And take breaks if you feel overwhelmed or stressed. Well, we know Baron takes breaks. So we all know
I do
that.
take breaks.
Baron, how do you keep your emotions in check?
I journal. Pretty much daily. I mean, emotions in check. I feel like I've been trading for 4 years. When you're starting out as like when you're first starting, it's definitely a lot harder. You get a lot more greed, FOMO. You might get mad or angry, but once I switched over to using statistics in trading, I'm pretty much just trust the numbers.
Order filled.
Most of my trades now, where it's like I'm doing this based on statistical edge. So really, just trusting the numbers for me has helped a lot. But it takes a lot of time to kind of build that emotional tolerance and that emotional patience when you're learning to trade.
Good. I love that.
The numbers.
And that's so
Good stuff,
true.
Baron.
And it drives me crazy whenever I see traders that's traded for a week and then they change their strategy or change their plan, and then the next week they do the same thing. You have to have a lot of data to be able to be comfortable in trusting your numbers and trusting your statistics, and then having that fortitude to, when you place a trade or when you go through a losing streak, you have that confidence in that data, right? Because I know you use statistics really well, Baron, where when you place a trade, it doesn't matter if you take a loss. If that setup comes again, you have the confidence in your statistics to place it with that same level of confidence.
Love that. Like that, Baron. Yep, the numbers. Also, you take enough losing trades, you kind of get callous to it as well. But
yeah, I'm glad
yeah,
I scratched
numbers.
that last one for minus 100. So put $1,400 on that trade. On
Very
that
nice.
short.
Nice cover.
I like that dip
Love that.
buy though. I like that dip buy from those 20s.
So the stops get popped there. Again,
Order filled.
8 points
like
off.
math.
Order filled.
Go ahead and check out the go to the 11:15 a.m. time marker yesterday and watch that.
Order
That
filled.
was-
Order filled.
That was an all-timer. That was an
Order
all-time banger
filled.
right there.
Shout out to Travis B. I know Travis B is not watching.
Order
He's
filled.
66 on the 66 on the big board. Travis B did not know what the big board was. Totally cool. Travis
Order
B,
filled. Order filled.
He'd go
Order
toe-to-toe with
filled.
Baron. He talks circles around.
Order
man. This
filled.
guy is he's an all timer. I don't even know how to.
There's definitely people that would talk circles around me. Andre,
You should have seen me. You should have seen me. I had no idea what was going on. What?
If people are looking to see who's on the big board, where should they go?
What do you mean, Top Step TV?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to give you free promo for your X account or your Instagram.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Twitter. That's Twitter, man. That's X.
Oh, go to the X. Yeah, Top Step X.
There
You're
you
trying to
go.
lay me up here.
There you
Yeah,
go.
just like Baron, go to the X and check out where the leaderboard is. There you can see where they are.
You're on there. You're on there now, right, Baron? Now that they
Number
do
34.
top 100.
Oh, they do top 100. Yeah, then I'm up there.
Yeah.
Or top 50.
BRB.
A lot of math.
Order
I had
filled.
no idea what he was talking about.
He made those words. Those words were made up.
Intriguing.
Those words were made up. You should do. I mean,
How's
nothing
Nalio?
matters. When he hit me with nothing matters, I'm like, oh baby, here we go.
It was like talking to, like he might be a being from a dimension above us, like a four-dimensional being, and we just cannot comprehend what he says because it doesn't make sense to our frail bodies. That's how I
Yeah,
kind of felt.
it was
But
incredible.
hey, he's on the big
It
board.
was, yeah, he's on the big board. Hey, there's a lot of ways to do this. That's what we love, bringing you all sorts of different approaches, strategies, nomenclature. I mean, just it was, yeah, that was absolute all timer. Go back and watch that. Rising star Travis B, also a drummer, and also just carves it up. Never gets short. Only gets long.
Travis Barker.
I wanted to do that joke. I wanted to do that joke so bad, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't appropriate. It was Travis B, a drummer, but no. Dolby time. Dolby time helped me, bailed me out. All right, let's take a look at these prices here. ES, okay. Gold continue to grind higher here, Hogue. Gold on the move last 30 minutes or so. Gold's up $20. $20. Seeing some selling here in.
Yeah, I was looking at it,
There's a dimmer.
and it broke out the IB high right at a half an hour. So I'm trying to see if we get some value acceptance in yesterday's value, which it looks like we are.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to buy it, but there was so much time left. We'll see if we get a pullback near the IB high to get long.
Okay.
I have a dip.
What do we got coming up? Still got some more speakers today. We got speaking of that, we have. Oh, I'm very excited for this. Oh yeah, we got morning recap. Then we got trade with Top Step, Gabe, Creed, Dolby time, Lunchbox trade with Gabe, Anne Marie, and D. And then 1 p.m. Central Time, we got Top Step X API Sandbox. You want to see fish out of water? I will be hosting that, driving that. Tyler Belts, Chrissy, and Robert.
No way you're the one hosting that, Andre.
Dude, tune in and find out. Watch it. You should see.
It's gonna be a foreign
Why?
language to you.
It is a foreign language. It is a foreign language, but lo and behold, I can actually hold my own. I held my own with this guy yesterday, Travis B. But yeah, I asked the dumb questions, Baron, and they answer it and talk to me like I'm a fifth grader. So
Yeah,
it's
and
it
you
helps.
also don't pick up when I lay you up for easy promotion.
Which is where do we find the big board? Well, on Top Step X. Top Step X and
not on Top Step X on
I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. You got me. You guys stay locked in this train. I'll drive this damn segment. Come on here. We got about 20 minutes till the top of the hour.
I'm still holding this long.
Check you guys later.
1400 Dakota.
Quick disclaimer.
Yeah, 1416.
I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing you see or hear from me, suggestion, recommendation to do anything at all.
So hold us long. All right. Is there more room to the upside?
Research, make your own trading decisions. We see
More
38.
gas in the goose.
More gas in the goose. Shout out to Alfie. Starting to see a bit of a wedge. Well, you look at overnight VWAP in the ES on the 5 minute. Looks like we have trend. This Travis B said trends don't exist. Ranges don't exist. Just nothing, man. It was incredible. But hey,
Consciousness doesn't exist.
it was incredible. And I know we're goofing. Guys up. It's just number 66 on the big board, so doing something right. I know we're goofing a little bit, but it was just. I love it, and we're definitely bringing them back. More of that.
If we could break through these 170s, 180s, Baron, I think we could have maybe a chance to run all-time highs here in the Nasdaq.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look at the data really quick. Dakota.
Check the
What's
check
all-time
the
high? It's 23,224. It's plausible. Definitely plausible. That is
let's get it.
At the.
I mean, there's a chance.
Sounding like the fucking Mythbusters out here. It's plausible.
Don't care about news.
23,000. 230 is the 0.5 extension. We have a.
Here we go.
We have a 77% chance of hitting that high.
What was that level?
See it.
Here we go. Tap on some new
All
highs here.
23,220, which That's also my target.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Nice.
Yeah, we're
Nice.
busting out the IB high right now. Well, the hour long
Oh,
IB
stop.
high.
Yes, we are.
23,230, not 220.
All right, 23,173. Hogan, looked like we're going to go make a run for those higher days. But ooh, we're about to do it right here. And new highs, 23,179. The orders. Baron is long. This was his first upside target, 179. Now you're talking about 200s, Baron.
Yeah,
Two, 23230.
Those would be new all-time
That's my
highs.
target.
230.
Those would be new all-time highs. Again, all-time highs in the NASDAQ, 23,222. And the
Well.
orders, less than 50 points. Hogue, you were bullish.
Yeah,
Let's
we
get it.
said. Well, air horns today.
Yeah,
Oh,
we,
charge
we,
those
we got
suckers
there.
up. How are we gonna get there? Yo, ES lagging a little bit. ES all-time